Hello, I'm Yug.
And I'm Luke.
And we are from Gameplanet Australia, and here we are at the end of all things. It's the third day of E3, and we're going to go through some of the amazing games that we've seen today. First up, I got some hands-on with Crysis, Crysis 3, and the game is looking just as amazing as you expect, especially the PC version. It's the same demo that we've seen in all the other media and everything like that, but look, it looks fantastic.
Medal of Honor Warfighter was next on our plate, and this took us by surprise, right?
Yeah, it was heaps of fun. We got a multiplayer session, and one of the cool components is that you can actually team up with one other person, and you can see them at all times. And it's really, really cool. It just creates this camaraderie when you're playing this, team-based multiplayer game. Capture the Flag was the one that we were playing. It's really, really cool. I had a lot of fun.
And we chose the Australian squad.
We did, the SASR.
We are Australian.
This is true.
And we did smash everybody on the other team.
We did. The developers were quite proud of us. We also got to look at the new SimCity game. Now this one, I'm a huge fan of the previous SimCity games.
Yep.
One of the coolest things is that every single character in the city has its own life. When you're actually building houses, you see the cars and the construction trucks coming along, the little people getting out and populating the houses and building it. It's amazingly detailed.
There's, extreme amount of detail in the game. You got infographics in there to show you how everything's running and where the problems in the city are. And just crazy insane what they're doing with that.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Criterion Games will bring us another Need for Speed game, most wanted this time. Open world, lots of cars. We played some multiplayer. What did you think of that one?
We did. Look, it was fun. These are the guys that made the Burnout series of games, and it really did feel like Burnout Paradise, but mixed with the attention to detail that they put into the last Need for Speed game that they worked on. I thought it was great fun.
Even though you couldn't drive
Even though I couldn't drive to save myself, yeah. Luke also got a look at Dead Space 3.
Yeah, I'm still a bit iffy about this one. The co-op, it seems exciting and fun, but I don't know about the horror aspect, if that's going to play into it. It's the action looks really good, but I'm more of a survival horror type guy, and
so it doesn't feel like a Dead Space kind of game?
Not really. So we'll see once we get some more time with it, but at the moment I'm still not convinced. So you got some hands-on with Epic Mickey 2 on the Move. What'd you think of that one?
I did. Look, and I'm not traditionally a huge fan of the Move, but it works really well with Epic Mickey, of course, because you're actually aiming it at the screen and shooting around, basically either to paint the scene or to strip the paint from the scene. And look, it was a lot of fun. To be honest, it's not my kind of game, but there's nothing bad about it, nothing good about it. It was just kind of
good, average.
It is what it is.
Yep. Today we got some hands-on with the Wii U. We checked out Nintendoland. Bunch of games in there to play with, so what did we do? Yeah,
look, a whole bunch of mini games, based around Nintendo characters. First up was the Luigi's Mansion game, which was very similar to the Pac-Man game on the GameCube, where you actually played it with the Game Boy Advance, where one person can see the ghost that they're actually moving around, and the other three players can see what's on the screen, and they have to try and find the ghost. They can't see the entire screen. It was a lot of fun.
That one,
really good example of the Wii U's controller.
The next Nintendoland game we saw was Animal Crossing. Basically 4 players running around on the map using the Wii controller, and they've got to eat little candy that's floating around the map, and it basically makes them bigger and slower.
But at the same time, you've actually got the person using the Wii U gamepad that can see 2 little soldier guys that he's moving around trying to capture them. Again, a really good example of the Wii U gamepad, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, controlling them with 2 different analog sticks as well, which makes it
easy to sweep and flank.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Also, the other Nintendo Land game we played was Donkey Kong Crash Course. Really simple. You just basically tilt the controller left to right to move Donkey Kong on his little platformy thing. Again, a really good example of the Wii U controller. Very, very difficult though, high learning curve, but I did quite enjoy it.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii U was next on the plate, and guess what? More Mario.
That's not a bad thing.
I know, it's not a bad thing. Plays well, lots of fun, so keep an eye out for that one.
I just got to check out Pikmin 3. Now, I was a huge fan of the original Pikmin, and look, the graphics look fantastic. The control scheme is exactly what you expect it to be. Just more Pikmin. I haven't played a Pikmin game in ages.
I've not played a Pikmin game.
I was surprised at how quickly I found myself enjoying it again after it's been so long since I played the last one.
Platinum Games have a Wii U title coming out. This one is something a bit different than what we're used to seeing from those guys.
Yeah, we didn't see it anywhere in the press conferences, but it's basically you control this superhero character that brings together all these other characters in the world with them, and you can actually use the Wii U controller to draw your weapons and fight the huge enemies and characters. It took me by surprise. It was a lot of fun. It's called Project P100. Ubisoft had a lot to show this year, in particular Far Cry 3. I played through the single player opening scenes, and what can I say, boobs. and using the crossbow was quite cool.
Rayman Legends is another Wii U title. I got to play that with the gamepad. Really interesting concept. It's kind of touch-based, so it's a second character on the screen, and you kind of just touch little things, mini games, while you're actually helping Rayman on his adventures.
And of course, one of the big ones of the show, Assassin's Creed 3, we got to see a couple of the other levels of that, especially one set in Boston in the snow, where you do actually see the mechanics of the character jumping through the trees, through the tree branches, and it looks seamless. It looks like it actually does work.
Looking really amazing, this one. I love the new design of the climbing and the combat. It's just, they're going above and beyond with this title.
Look, I'm sold, I really am. Last one we saw from Ubisoft was Zombie U. Now this one is it's a zombie-based survival game where it's pretty much you die, you lose the level, but it uses the Wii U gamepad in a way that I haven't seen in any other Wii U games. It is without a doubt the best example of the Wii U, especially for your more hardcore games that I've seen this entire show. You definitely have to check it out, especially if you're planning on buying a Wii U. Now the other big title going around the show was Watch Dogs.
Everyone's talking about
from Ubisoft. Look, there's nothing we can really say. You simply have to see the gameplay and the trailer in action. So go to gameplanet.com.au and check out the video online.
And that is it from us at E3 2012. They're starting to rip everything down, so we got to be quick and get out of here.
This is true, but look, if you want to find out more about our experiences at E3, tune in to the Gameplanet Show podcast, which Luke and I will be doing, and it'll be up on the website soon. Thanks very much, guys, for watching everything at E3, and we'll see you again next year.
Thank you.